Hello and welcome, everybody. This is Monica from Earthwise.live, and today I would like to introduce you to the map of consciousness of Dr. Hawkins. I don't know if you ever came across his work, and it's just a very, very high level spiritual teacher who inspired me and Charles a lot to take a deep look at our own frequency and take charge of our own emotional states that we're in. And this map of consciousness is based on the understanding that everything in the universe is vibration frequency. We are actually not material physical beings, but we are spiritual beings in a physical body. And what we send out into the universe, how we magnetize our own emotional states, every thought we think has a ripple effect all around us and is having a big impact. So this is our responsibility to take care of our own inner state. And what I want to emphasize in this time when there's so much going on, all the information and disinformation and so much distraction on the outside, I would suggest that the only real job you have to do now, that we all have to do now, is do the inner work to work on ourselves. And this is what the work of Dr. Hawkins is really inviting us to see where are we vibrating in any moment. And this goes from a scale of shame is the lowest, then guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, then it rises up. And what we see, how it was possible to implement this whole COVID narrative, I related very clearly to the slowest emotion that people who have a understanding how the psychology of humans is wired, to get people right on the lower frequencies of shame, guilt, and apathy. And it's each and everyone's responsibility to rise above these emotional states. And then there comes the anger, pride, and then there's a threshold from pride to courage. Then we come to a place of neutrality. Then we have the willingness, then acceptance. Then there comes some reason. We lately have to see where we can find any reason in the behavior of our fellow human beings, but we have to understand that they have been deeply mind programmed and have been running by a matrix program that is hard to see through and hard to understand. This brings us to a place of compassion, understanding. We have to open our hearts for these people, and we have to come from a place of love and understanding. And when we come to this place of love, then the joy and the peace, and then we can come to a higher state of enlightenment, which it's the energy frequency between 700 and 1000. And yeah, I really recommend to read all the books of Dr. Hawkins. Is really amazing. And just check this out, is also correlating with the chakra, the colors of the chakra. So when we are in these lower chakras, we resonate really very, very low level. And then we come higher and higher up into the violet and the purple frequency. What we see around us right now is very low density, and the dark forces or Ahrimanic forces, like Rudolf Steiner explained, called them, or the archons, like David Icke explains it, they are vibrating in even lower frequency because they absolutely have no soul. And we have to understand this, what we're up against, and that we take over, we take charge. The higher we vibrate, the less this can have an impact on us. And we build up our psychic immunity to make it through this time. We are right now in a phase where the narrative is really flipping. The wave is really, wave is churning right now, and more humans awake to the fact that they have been lied to and that this was a narrative from the beginning on. They wake up, but they wake up to come to a place of heart, to love, to real brotherhood and deep understanding for each other and co-creation, and to come back to a natural state of being, to natural law, like we are meant to be as human beings. They remember that they are humans. And unfortunately, there are a lot of us around that are not human, and we have to be aware of this. I like the analogy, that metaphor of the eagle and the crow. We have to vibrate higher. If the eagle is attacked by a crow and has a crow on his neck sitting on the back, it does not react, it does not attack. All it does is vibrate and fly higher, soar higher, higher, higher. And that's what we all have to do now: withdraw from the media. No matter from what direction they come, they are all upsetting the setting for the matrix, and come to terms with your own natural life as a sovereign human being. That means to come back to that picture of the eagle. You soar higher and you get the bigger picture, and then you can connect to the divine source. And what happens with the crow? It's just falling off at one height. It cannot breathe in higher dimensions. So what we do, we soar as high as the eagle. We take the bigger perspective, the bigger picture, and then we get rid of all these attacks and these assaults on healthy human beings who always take good care of their health and try to do the best to be loving, to be kind with their fellow human beings. And we have to correct what's going on right now. We have to clean up the mess. And we can only clean it up by taking very good care of our own status, of our own emotional state, and educate ourselves and reprogram ourselves to love, to understanding, to compassion. Fly high as the eagle, and in the time to come, storm is brewing heavily, but soar higher. Take the perspective of the eagle. I wish you much love, and whatever's gonna unfold in the next months to come, stay on the light path, stay on the path of the heart, and we're gonna make it through all together. Bye bye, and have a wonderful weekend. Monica from earthwise.live. Bye.